Carmela, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, let's just talk about the game today. You will be playing FEU. And going back to the first round, 5 sets kayo, natalo tayo ng FEU. Ngayon, alam natin lahat na last playing year mo na. This is technically your last game as a member of the UP team. Ano ang nafe-feel mo? Ano yung iniisip mo right at this very moment? Moments from now, magsa-start na yung game.
Right now, I don't feel any pressure at all from my coaches or even from my teammates. What I have in mind is just to play my game, give 100% and just enjoy this game. Since this will be my last game for UP in UAAP.
Okay, I think a lot of people wants to know this then. Ikaw, ano yung pinaka-memorable na experience mo as part of the UP team?
I think pinaka-memorable na part, I think yung mga wins namin, and most especially this season, yung win namin against USC. Since all of you naman know that I'm in high school, I'm from USC, so I think it's a big boost of confidence for me na natalo namin yung USC this season.
Okay, so good luck later. Thank you so much, Carmela. We are surely gonna miss you. So there you have it, Carmela Lopez of the UP Women's Volleyball Team.
Well, if maybe not the last interview with her, if she becomes best player of this game, we may be able to talk to her with the captain of the UP Lady Maroons, Mela Lopez, playing her last game. Very emotional for her for this game going into the FEU matchup. All right, we'll talk more about Mela and the rest of UP a little later on. Let's switch our attention first to the rousing campaign of the FEU Lady Tamaraws. They were down in the dumps for a long time, especially in that first round. They looked lost. They looked young. They looked like they didn't know each other. They looked like they didn't like to play under the bright lights of the arena of San Juan and in front of national television. But then the second round came in. Coach Nes Pamilar, the wonderful coach that he is, just got them together. They started getting comfortable. They started not caring about everything else that happened around the league and just concentrated on themselves. And of course, the leadership of that woman really towed them together, coming up with a 3-game winning streak pa nga at some point.
That's right. And like what we mentioned earlier, I'd like to say this over and over again, but it's really impressive how this team, this very young team, has improved in terms of their game. Not just 1 year. I mean, we're talking about just 1 season, and you see that improvement already.
And if there was one thing that they had in common with UP, it is that they pushed the defending champions to 5 sets. Unfortunately, and you can credit it to UST's experience, FEU unable to finish them off in that 5th set. As you can see, UST winning 15-11. But they had UST at the corner of the ring, so to speak, at 2 sets to love.
That's right. And if you look at the skills as well, FEU managed to keep it very close with UST in terms of attacks. Imagine that, 52 as compared to 53 of UST. So hindi lumayo itong FEU.
And I've been saying also, not only have they been winning, but they've been exciting to watch. And none more exciting than Kat Magsumbol, the athlete as I call her. She has been a tremendous surprise here for the season, and she sits down with Patch Cansana. Patch?
Kat, ang ganda na ng simula ng laro ninyo against UST the last time. Leading na kayo by 2 sets. Pero pagkatapos ng 3rd set, natalo kayo at nahabol pa kayo ng UST. Ano bang nangyari talaga sa FEU nung panahon na yun?
Halos kami lahat nag-relax ng 3rd set. First set, 2nd set, nakuha namin. Tapos yung 1st set, nahabol namin. Malayo na rin yan, pero nahabol pa, nanalo pa rin kami. Sa 2nd set, ganun din nanalo ang 3rd set. Halos lahat sa amin nag-relax talaga. Kaya nakuha nila yung set na yun.
Kat, alam ko na maaga natapos ang season ninyo at karamihan sa inyo ay rookie. You have 1 year to train and practice. Ano bang kailangan namin asahan sa FEU sa susunod na season, sa season 74?
Asahan nyo pa na mas lalakas kami, na mas magiging mature kami maglaro dahil naranasan namin kung paano maglaro dito sa UAAP.
Thank you very much, Kat, and good luck later. That was Kat Magsumbol from the FEU Lady Tamaraws.
Well, she couldn't have said it perfectly, any more perfectly. All of the things that they experience in this season, they'll bring to next season. And when you talk about it, when you look at this team right now, you have to look at the future. And you know this is a Final Four team with a little experience and maybe an additional player or 2 coming into next season. And with that man at the helm, you cannot doubt them.
That's
That's right. We're pretty impressed already with what we've seen from this young team, and we're looking forward to the years to come.
Number 8, Pau Hendido. Number 11, Aya Del Mundo. Number 12, Aileen Quejas.
UP Lady Maroons now being introduced for the very last time here this season, 73. And they too looked a little bit forlorn at some point, at a certain point of the campaign, until they strung up a couple of wins, the biggest of which, probably the highlight of the season, was that tough 5-set win against UST. And also, not only was it a 5-set win, it was a come-from-behind win, because in that 5th set, they were down 9-12, if I'm not mistaken. And they still pulled off the win. And I would say Mela Lopez's most inspired performance in her career probably has to rank up there in one of her best against her former high school. And she's playing out today, her last game in the UAP. Which brings me to my question to you, Anne. Do you remember the last day you played in the UAP? How did it feel? I mean, waking up in the morning and then thinking about it and all of that.
Well, it felt sad in a way because I know that it's going to be my last game in the UAAP, but at the same time, it felt good because it was the year that we got a championship from years of losing from to the other team. So overall, you know, parang it was a feeling of sadness and at the same time happiness. Na parang, it mixed emotions.
Simple ka rin magyabang, ano? Hindi, loko lang, Anne. Loko lang.
I shouldn't have.
No. But I'm just
I knew
kidding.
it.
Of course. So you woke up and that last day was the day you won the championship for LaSalle.
So I guess just a lucky...
Luck has nothing to do with you winning a championship with LaSalle, but it's got to be also being the experience with your teammates. I'm sure it's not like you're never going to see them again, but to actively play competitively in college is just a different feeling, isn't it?
That's right. But actually, it's ironic probably because most of the players actually probably hate training, diba? Parang it's really tiring and all that. And while you're still playing, I guess it's human nature. You feel like, training na naman. But you know, when I was nearing the end of my college life,
you were looking forward to it.
I was really looking forward to training.
That's a good point. You know, in your last year, probably every single moment you kind of cherish already.
Especially in the last few months, and you really feel you're graduating already.
Yeah. And by the way, for those who don't know, still plays the game of volleyball. That's why, you know, she's not just saying that, you know, missing training and all that, and then she all of a sudden forgot the sport. You guys still play in your own time sometimes with some of your friends.
Until I got my ACL.
Oh, that's right. Which sidelined you for a while. The score right now is 3 serving 1. FEU with a service error. What about this FEU team? Complete turnaround. Even as I say, and it might not make sense, but even in their losses, I mean, if there's, I think, a team that had the most number, if we had a ranking for most number of moral victories, I think FEU would be number 1 in the team standing, because in their losses, there was nothing to be sad about for them because they pushed every single team, if not one, in this tournament.
That's right. Nothing to be ashamed of. And, you know, if they look back at their games, you'll see that what's nice there is you can see the attitude, that they're really pushing themselves. And yun nga, like what you said, walang madaling game. In fact, that last game against UST was probably, you know, a big surprise to this team na parang they pushed it to 5 sets.
The best expression there was they had UST at the ropes. And UST really needing to grind out a win. Just, I think it's a message more than anything else. As Angelica Araneta, that goes down the line. It's a message to the rest of the volleyball community that this is what you're going to have to look out for next year. And speaking of FEU, let's bring in Patch Cansana, who works the second game also with us. Patch, go ahead.
I talked to Coach Ness about that FEU UST game to hear his side of the story. And according to him, dun mo daw talaga makikita ang maturity ng isang player. He told the girls na hindi lahat ng may magandang simula nagtatapos ng maganda. There was just too much pressure after that second set, and these rookies weren't able to handle it anymore, especially on that fifth set wherein they led to 6-2. Overall, after that performance, Coach Ness concluded that he is satisfied with how FEU came to be in season 73. These girls started without any experience and now ended up to be competitive even against the defending champs. FEU's mindset today is in good condition, and there's no other way to close season 73 for them but with a last hurrah. Bumanan?
Sabi ko nga, thank you, Pat. Sabi ko nga siguro when they went, and it's the same expression that I said in that NU-UST game. When both teams went to their locker rooms, mas masaya pa siguro yung team ng FEU kaysa sa UST, because UST, wow, the defending champions. I mean, Anne, going into that game against LaSalle tomorrow in our final game of the eliminations, they're looking very vulnerable. They have been pushed by teams like Ateneo, UP, NU, and then FEU into 5-setters.
Well, that's right. But, you know, looking at the team of USC rather as well, looking back in the past, pag natatalo yan, that's the more that they become stronger. Although tomorrow would be probably a different situation. Dahil yun nga, sabi natin, more teams are actually challenging them. So, we'll see tomorrow how they would take on LaSalle.
And that first meeting was an easy one for LaSalle, right? They won in 3 sets. That's happening tomorrow here at the arena in San Juan. If you want to check us out live as we are at 7-6. Right now, FEU leading. 7-6. Of course, the first game is also a very crucial one tomorrow. Let's just get that out of the way. Ateneo and Adamson positioning, right? Oh. Buo na yung ating semifinals, and LaSalle and UST have locked up number 1 and number 2 position as Chaos got lucky there. Well, Ateneo and Adamson now are going to try to avoid being number 4. Bagay, syempre, if you want to win, kailangan mo talaga daanan LaSalle, pero kung pwedeng sa huli mo na daanan, di ba? Parang ganun.
Much better.
Iwasan mo na. They go to Michael Morada. Great dig by Isada. Lopez doesn't get the set that she wants, so sends it for free ball. C goes to Henson. Quick hands, but Isada unable to backtrack there. And FEU ahead 8-7, back in a moment. Back here at the arena in San Juan, let's throw it over right away to Maan Panganiban joining us for the second game from the UP side this time.
Yes, Boom. If UE, NU, and FEU really trained hard coming into their last game of the season, well, it's a different story for the University of the Philippines. Last night's training was really, really light. There is a lot of volleyball drills, but a lot of court games. And according to assistant coach Jarod Hubalde, the coaching staff just wanted the girls to enjoy their last game, which will play an important role to break the team rankings. Now, beating FEU is the main and only priority today. Nothing more, nothing less. Because it's way back since the team defeated FEU, and it will be a great morale booster to have a taste of a victory from FEU. Lumen Ann?
Thank you very much. FEU has been, contenders in previous years for a very long time, and in those years that they were on top of the team standings, or at least part of the elite team, UP has not won against them. So, and in the first meeting, as we pointed out in pregame, hindi pa rin sila nanalo. So this is a good chance for them. Although talking about momentum, FEU has a lot of it right now. And a lot of confidence too. I think, you see it in their faces. This girl, Vargas. Kumbaga sa basketball, si Vargas walang ginawa kundi dumakdak. Lahat dunk. She always swings hard.
That's right.
And UP unable to set properly. Back set. Sumbol, the athlete, gets it through. Free ball again for FEU. Who are they going to go this time? Morada this time through the blockers. You see, this is what I'm talking about, FEU. You have Morada, Vargas, and Magsumbol in front.
Very strong front line. But the thing is, even if they rotate, they would still have strong attackers in the front line.
Henson, si Rojas. Nagro-rotation sila. Basically, what Coach Ness Pamilar has in this team as Magsumbol sends it back. But, and a point for them is he pretty much has 5 attackers.